You keep your ticket game stubs from sporting events you've gone to, right? I found a few pages that I've kept through the years. Run through them as quickly as possible. This is Dallas Cowboys at New York Giants, who play in New Jersey. Last game of the 2004-2005 regular season, the return of Bill Parcells and Vinny Testaverde, former Giant and Jet greats, coming to play the Giants. It was also the first come-from-behind victory for Eli Manning in his career, as the Giants won against their rivals. Arena Football League, remember that? I kind of do. This is our local Gladiators team who went on to play after they went bankrupt with Cleveland, and then they went to Vegas. The owner moved a couple times. They went bankrupt in 2019. But it was a fun little event to go and see. High scoring. Don't know anyone who was playing in the game. And of course, New Jersey loses. Had the fortune of seeing a bunch of New Jersey Nets games. Speaking of losing, this is the last game of the regular season, last home game in April of 1990. And I keep this stub, even though the Nets lost to a soon-to-have Shaq Orlando Magic team. I got called to the court to do one of those in-between quarter, shoot a free throw and win a couple of tickets to go somewhere. And so I got 2 round-trip tickets to go to Chicago after nailing a few jumpers there from the court. None of the basketball players were impressed, and I was not signed to any contract, so I'm still here. This game, Nets Warriors, we were big Syracuse Orange fans in college, so getting to see Derek Coleman and Billy Owens play against one another, former teammates in Syracuse. This date, for you college basketball fans, March 28, 1992, happens to be the game which Christian Laettner hit the winning shot, half-court shot, to get his team into the Final Four, Duke over Kentucky. And back then there were no cell phones, so of the 1,000 or so people that were there, a few of them had transistor radios, and there was a buzz going around the arena when the shot happened. And then when they took a timeout from this game, they played the replay from CBS on the big scoreboard, and the rest of us went nuts. Uneventful, again, end of the season. 2 terrible teams, with our home team Nets losing. What else is new? I said Duke and Kentucky before, right? You can't see this very well, but this is a Jimmy V Classic doubleheader we got to see at the Continental Airlines Arena. It was called back then. Duke beats Kentucky, and the other game was Alabama and Temple. 2 close games, 2 fun games to watch. College basketball at its finest. Soccer. The New York, New Jersey Red Bull were first known as the Metro Stars, and they started, and this is the inaugural season of the league, MLS. It was a draw, but it's just fun to sit and watch the defensive strategies. And this is a heartbreaking game to remember. The Gold Cup Finals at Giant Stadium, last year of that incarnation of Giant Stadium. The worst defeat on U.S. soil that Mexico gave the USA, the worst defeat in Gold Cup history, the biggest margin of defeat. Oh, it was horrible. Like every single thing that could go wrong went wrong. And it was tied at the half at 0. All right, let's move on to the baseball stuff. Here's the stuff we want to talk about. Last game of the regular season, 1986. Mets hosted the Pirates. They got rained out the night before, so we got to see a doubleheader. Mets out-hit the Pirates, who were not a very good team in the mid-'80s. Out-hit them 25-10 in the doubleheader. Yankees, Oakland A's. So Don Mattingly and Kevin Moss hit back-to-back home runs off of Joe Klink. And Ricky Henderson, who was playing the A's, went back to Oakland, got 2 stolen bases in that game. Ricky went out to play with the Mets later on in his career, and we went down to see the Mets play the Devil Rays in Tampa during vacation. And Ricky and Mike Piazza combined to go 3 for 7, 3 RBI, and 3 more stolen bases for Ricky, so I got to see 5 of his 1,400 plus in his career in person. Some more Mets. This is Memorial Day weekend in 2002. We went to 2 games, and Mike Piazza and Mo Vaughn had 2 hits each off of A.J. Burnett in this contest Sunday. And the next day we went back to see Cliff Floyd pick up 2 hits in the 8th that Al Leiter gave up against his former team. I'm not going to be able to read this one. Some of these just fade. But this is Subway Series, Mets-Yankees. Hideki Matsui hits his first career Grand Slam home run. Derek Jeter had 3 hits, and Roger Clemens went a strong 8 innings. And then they went to Shea that night, and Tom Glavine picked up a win to even that for the Mets. 2004. This is a poor hitting Derek Jeter starting off the year. He was like 0 for the month, and he was actually getting booed. He got booed to start this game, and he answered by hitting a leadoff home run off of Barry Zito, and all was forgiven, and the Yankees win. Speaking of booing, can you believe Mariano Rivera actually got booed at Yankee Stadium? Take into account we're playing the Red Sox in April of 2005, and we don't talk too much about the 2004 postseason around here, but if you're a baseball historian, you know what happened in that postseason. And this is the beginning of 2005, and Mariano Rivera comes in and gives up 5 runs in the 9th inning. No help from third baseman Alex Rodriguez, who had an error. Fans went home very, very disappointed and did boo Mariano and the team because we wanted to beat Boston every chance we could get. Had a chance to go out to San Diego, Petco Park, beautiful stadium. Check out some Randy Jones barbecue. See Ken Griffey Jr. hit his 598th career home run. San Diego comes back with 4 home runs of their own, 2 by Khalil Green, in a bit of a slugfest. That was a fun event to go to. Don't get to see that very often. It's usually just Mets and Yankees around here. We should have so many problems. I have 2 major league ball clubs, actually 3 if you count the Phillies, within reach. Mets-Phillies in 2009. Boy, these Mets were bad. They used 6 pitchers, and 5 of them went 1 inning or less in this game. Horrible, horrible. It's going to get worse, though. 2010 against Arizona, and they took a thumping. They gave up 4 home runs and 16 hits. Adam LaRoche by himself hit 2 home runs and 6 RBI. Single-handedly beat the New York squad. It's fun to see the Mets play the Phillies, though. And this time we get one. Scott Harrison had 2 doubles, and Daniel Murphy with 3 hits in a rare rout at Citi Field, the new stadium. The next year, some more action, but Cole Hamels had 8 strong innings in this game. And again, the Mets, 6 pitchers, 5 of them went 1 inning or less. In and out and in and out. You wonder why the games take so long to play. Pirates Mets, we almost had them in this one. Pirates scored 7 runs in the first 2 innings. It was pretty much over before it began. The Mets had 7 pitchers, and none of them went more than 2 2/3. So again, switching in and out, in and out. Get rid of the bullpen. Playoffs. The ALCS against Detroit. This is the game after Derek Jeter broke his ankle, I believe it was, sliding into second base. Detroit winds up sweeping the series. Nothing too exciting from the home team for the home fans. And finally, Tigers-Mets. And thought that the Mets had this game in hand until the Tigers came up in the ninth inning and scored 7 of their 11 runs in the ninth, and now hit the not amazings this night, 18 hits to 4 for Detroit. But you know what? It's still fun to go and see these games. Keep some of the stubs. Cross-reference what you've seen on websites like Baseball Reference. What kind of sports tickets do you keep or collect? Do you keep yours from the games you've attended? Let me know. See you later.